All right, everybody. So last night I went and saw the movie Sword Art Online: Scherzo of Deep Night. I'm not quite sure how to say that word, but I found this movie to be incredibly boring. I think it has a very slow going plot. Uh, if you're like a super die-hard SAO fan, obviously go see it. Um, the plot generally covers the events of Floor 5 of Aincrad, what different people like Asuna, Kirito, and the assault units are doing during the events of that floor. But if you're just like a casual anime fan or just someone who isn't too interested in sword art, maybe saw a season or two, I would say just skip it. Um, to put in perspective, I watched recently the Reincarnated as a Slime movie, and although I have quite literally no history with that series, I still enjoyed that movie more than I did this one. Um, I enjoyed maybe 15 minutes throughout the runtime of this one. It was really slow for me. Um, I'm gonna give this one like a 4 out of 10. I would genuinely say it's probably below average. But I was more bored in this movie than I was enjoying it. Perhaps other people will enjoy it more than I did, but like I don't know. I just wasn't quite feeling it with this one. Moving on to a spoiler section here. There is so many characters. I have no idea who they are. So there's Argo, uh, blonde hair girl who uses like Wolverine claws, and she's an information broker. Never seen her before. I got no idea who she is. And then there's Mito, the girl with the purple hair who uses like a chain scythe. And I guess she's a friend of Asuna's from the real world, and they hung out all the time together before SAO. I don't remember her at all. Um, and then there's different like leaders and the command units on different sides. I had no idea who they were. Quite literally, the only people I like really knew in this movie were Kirito, Asuna, the one guy with orange spiky hair, who's like a jerk to everyone, and then Poe. I really didn't know. Well, and the blacksmith. I call him Tiffany because of SAO Abridged. I don't remember his actual name. Um, and okay, and then also, so during the final final fight with the floor 5 boss, they throw together this like team of people that's supposed to be like a small unit to take it out. There's just these three dudes that like, hey, we're here. I don't know who they are. They look like background characters, and they don't hardly do anything. I really didn't understand the point to include them at all. Um, I would consider myself an anime only. I have read bits and pieces of the manga, but really I've only seen season one, season two, and then Alicization season one and two, and the other movie that came out a couple years back. So I feel like I have a general grasp of characters and plot events, but I there are so many people I had no idea. Like, who are you? What are you doing? Why are you here? Maybe that's just me. Maybe it is. Also, the floor 5 boss felt so uncreative. I was not invested in that boss fight. I was more invested in the boss fight with the water horse in the opening scene of the movie. Genuinely, that water horse was pretty cool, and I would like to have seen more from that fight. But this thing is like a Goliath that pushes its arms and feet down, and you gotta find this little talisman marker, and you gotta hit it. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I feel like there was better boss fights in Aincrad. Now, also here, I want to touch on Laughing Coffin. Now, say what you will about SAO, it's not one of my favorites, but I genuinely really enjoy Laughing Coffin as an antagonist group. Sure, they're not as deep as like the Phantom Troop, but I really love him. It's part of why I think Gun Gale Online is the best arc because we have an ex Laughing Coffin member as the antagonist. I really like that a lot. But like, I really thought based on the trailer that Laughing Coffin was going to have more involvement in this movie, and they just didn't. We do get one cave scene with a new guy. What's his name here? Morte. I don't know who Morte is. I don't know if I should, considering how much I like the group. But he looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. He's got like chains on his hood, and he seems to have some kind of past with Kirito. Clearly, they know each other. Wish I could know more about that because that seemed pretty cool. Um, and then, of course, I was really happy to see Poe show up at the end and confront Kirito and Asuna. Really cool to see him again. Um, okay, and another thing is, I was very confused by Asuna and Kirito's relationship, and I may be way off with this one, but I figured, after the events of Floor One, where they teamed up, they didn't really like hang out or contact each other a whole lot, if at all, until that scene where after she joined the Knights of the Blood Oath and they were talking in the grass, and then they went on to do the murder mystery thing. They just have like a full partnership in this movie, which I mean I'm not against. Their relationship to me, I was never the most invested in it to begin with, but I was just I guess more so caught off guard that like the whole movie is them back to back doing a bunch of stuff together, which, in my opinion, I didn't think that's what it was going to be like. But overall, really, I found myself to be more bored with this movie, and it's unfortunate. I can't really say I sat here and I super enjoyed the movie like I did with the slime one, or like with other ones or other pieces of media. I was really just bored with this one, and it's unfortunate. I still liked different parts about it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I wasn't feeling it with this one, guys. And that's gonna be all for me today. Bye, guys.